Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to another episode of FCM. You already know what time it is. Football, culture, movement. Fuad, Cams, Maiwo. You already know what time it is. Host the most. Maze is in the building. To my left is the cult hero himself, the one and only Culture Cams. How are you doing, sir? You good?
I'm good. I'm excited for this one. I'm actually excited for this. I'm very, very excited.
Listen, it's a good day, man.
Hey!
Repping Manchester, wearing London, but we'll let go. But listen, to my right is a man who needs no introduction. Some call him the podcasting Pepe. Some call him the leader of many men. Today, I won't even introduce
We're hungry. We gon' eat today. Let's go! I'm ready for this show. I hope you are at home too. Let's get into this, baby.
Hey,
we get it. You went to the gym last week, okay?
Hey, put the camera back on. Look at them guns. Look at them guns. Look at my weapons.
Oh my god.
Someone called him G.I. Abdi.
Bro. Yeah, I saw Captain Phillips. I saw all of that, bro.
But also, yeah, before we even get to the show, yeah, I just want to say, yeah, the duality of this show, yeah, I'm here looking like a polar bear. This guy's looking like he's in.
Bro, literally. Bro, Guile, bro. If you know about Street Fighter, bro, you know, Guile. Bro, show them the full fit, bro. Show them the full fit. Come on, man. Look at this guy, man.
You know what time we on today? Shut up. Locked and loaded.
Listen, man.
We have to
you already know. Let's get into the show, man. As is custom around here. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Algorithm. You already know what type of energy we want today. So listen, if no one's in here already, go and let them know. Go and retweet. Go and inform people. We are live right now. Mm-hmm. And as is custom around here, tradition, FCM tradition. Right. For those of you who may be new around here, football's a game of two teams. Mm-hmm. Your team goes out, represents you to the best. Some do it better than others. And if your team went out this week and got the dub, then hold tight the 3-point collectors. Hold tight the 3-point collectors. Hold tight the participants as well. Listen,
need them as well.
You need two teams. Well. You need two teams. And hold tight everyone else. But listen, I'm seeing some people in the comments say 3 points finally.
We got the chairs back too.
Listen, we heard the feedback. Customer feedback, we listened.
Yeah, you got the chairs
get me?
back.
We got the chairs back. We're feeling cozy. But listen, man, let's get into it, man. International. Someone said, why were you clapping after 3-point?
Yo, I'm clapping for everyone worldwide.
Give people their dues.
You know what I'm saying? Clapping for everyone worldwide.
Worldwide. Let's get into it, man. Without further ado. Okay. We've got important business to get to. Let's get to the main event. Fuad Kadani, your Tottenham Hotspur were triumphant against Manchester City, scoring 4-0.
Woof, 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 whoosh.
I'm giving you the floor to give me your in-depth thoughts about your performance, your manager, your players, and your opposition.
And the haters.
And the haters as well.
And the haters.
Do you know what they told me? They told me Man City played the kids in the Carabao Cup. That's why we won. They told me you can't play attacking football at the Etihad. They told me Tottenham plays better when James Maddison is on bench. They told me Erling Haaland just needs service. They told me Savinho was the new Mahrez. They told me Pep Guardiola signed a new deal, new contract, hype! They told me, Fuad, where are your bazookas? They told me, where are your weapons? I'm loaded! Manchester, do you feel my bazookas? Do you hear my bazookas? We pulled up to Manchester, blue side, red side. We scored 7 goals and left with 2 clean sheets. Manchester, the city is ours. We run this. Be humble, eh? That's what they said. But now I'm here to say, tell me something now. 4-0, 3-0.
What's the names of those bazookas?
I call this one Kulusexy. I call this one James the Madman Matters. We stay loaded and locked. But let me talk on my boys, man. Let me breathe as well, man. You know what I mean? We're smoking on that city pack today, yeah?
Oh, Flip, you got every prop here today, bro.
I came with props today.
Flipping out.
Oh, you think I'm done? Oh, you think... One sec. I got names I want to talk about today.
Oh, shit.
Bernardo Silva, we gon' talk. Kyle Walker, we gon' talk. Who's this? Erling Braut. We gon' talk. Johnny Pebbles.
Oh, shit.
We gon' talk. Philip. We gon' talk. James Maddis. We gon' talk, boy. Listen, let's get into this, man. Where do we want to start?
Wherever you want to start, homeboy. This is your moment.
Let's start with the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, I can't lie.
Actually, wait. Before you go into the actual game, let's talk about the build-up before the game. Missing your two centre halves, and and as you mentioned, new contract hype. Talk to me about that and what everyone was talking to you about before this game.
I can't lie.
And the abuse you got before the game.
Before the game, I was nervous. I can't lie, I was very nervous. When you see Dragusin with the two performances that he put in the week before, and then Ben Davis, I said, Inna lillah. May Allah protect us. Because what we're going to... Them man are parading Rodri Ballon d'Or before. Pep new contract. I said, yeah, we might be in trouble today. The way the first game started as well, first 10 minutes, they had backs against the wall. We was like, oh, this might be a long one. And I went to big up the boys at the club as well. I went there, enemy territory. They set man up. They had Miles X. I said, yo, this is going to be a long day. But after those 10 minutes, what we saw, a masterclass, honestly.
Yeah.
We took them to school. There's no other way to put it. The dudes I want to big up today, I want to talk about individuals today, because sometimes I come on here and people say, oh, you're very critical of your players. James Maddison today, I want to start with. My brother, take a bow. Because dropped for the last couple games, and people were saying, yo, is there a reason why he's getting dropped? And remember, I was saying, nah, still providing a little something, but I think the tactical system's getting changed a little bit. And we said at the end of last game, Ange took a bit of responsibility for us being too open. He said, you know what, Saar Bissouma, come back in. I know what you lot bring. And then it's a case of, Maddison, you now have the license to do what you want and float in that midfield and create. The first goal, the run for that. People are talking about the Kulusevski pass, and we'll talk about Kulusevski in a bit, but the run for that, genius. Then the second goal, the hold-up play from Son to just play that little blind pass to the left, the dink finish, icing on the cake. And at that point, you're thinking 2-0, half-time. We've been here before, lads. We've seen Brighton before, you know what I'm saying? We've seen this film in this same season before. And especially against City at the Etihad, you can never get too carried away. So what do you need when you come out the second half? Snuff them nice and early. Pedro Porro, take a bow. Against your former club as well. I like that do the respect nonsense. He tried that first. He was thinking, and we said, get into them, blood, man. Celebrate your team, man. What are you doing?
Did he even play a game for them?
No, man did 2 training sessions.
Yeah, no celebration.
Yeah,
is absolutely crazy.
Allow
Come on,
it,
bro.
man.
Man did 1 training session.
Celebrate your team, bro. And
They
then
don't know you're on them corners,
and then
bro.
it's almost like 3-0, game's done, pass the pad, and I thought, yo, when I saw Timo Werner and Brennan Johnson coming on, I said, nah. We ain't bringing the clown act to come. Them brothers came on and said, hey, we want to get involved in some of this as well. Let me get some.
Everybody
And the way Timo Werner cooked Kyle Walker, my brother, I know I love you. And I always say, go right back. But that was spooky. Because you know what he tried to do? Tried to do the, come. Let's have a foot race, me and you. Old man, sit down. Sit down. Bodied. We need to decommission Kyle Walker. Yeah. This is a sorry sight, bro. And there's no other way to call that but a masterclass. And as well, the tactical substitutions, the setup change. top to bottom, I take my hats off. Vicario as well, I want to big up. Because he's someone who, over the past couple of weeks, people were saying, a couple of mistakes. Even on international break, people were saying Italy conceded from set pieces. Couple of good claims. Second half as well. City weren't short of chances. Let's not deny that. City could have made the game 2-3. We'll talk on City.
Yeah.
But he kept us in the game certain moments where I was like, big save. And that's what we need. So, more consistency. This is the scary thing about Spurs. We can look like this one day. And then against Fulham next week, we could lose 3-0.
Yeah.
It's the most inconsistent side I've ever seen. But for some reason, we have this hold over Manchester City. And I hope we don't let this go. You know what I mean? But it was a good win, honestly. I can't complain. Top to bottom.
Listen, it's not often it's not often in away games in general you go and you thump a team 4-0 to thump the champions. They're still champions. And as you mentioned, new manager hype, Ballon d'Or Rodri, light show hype. You got to commend that sort of performance.
And don't forget, we started this horrid run that they're going on. And we said, we're going to come back and end this as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think there was a stat as well where Pep Guardiola had lost to Tottenham 9 times, the most he's lost to any team in his career.
So crazy.
Harry Kane FC. Remember us.
Do you know?
Remember us.
You want to hear a fun fact? You know the only team to finish above Pep Guardiola and not win the league?
It's Spurs.
It's Spurs.
Yo, listen, man. City.
Bro,
that's the balance itself.
Bro, Spurs, I don't know, bro. It's some bookie.
They are sons, man.
Bro, it's actually crazy. But, bro, do you know what? Yeah, I was watching that game, right? So I was on the Big Six earlier. The thingy. So I was just throwing bants with Tobes, slapping that motherfucking bold. You know what I mean? I was slapping his head. And then, so Spurs won, yeah. And it was bittersweet because I was like, I want City to get dumped. But I was like, no!
Tobes.
I know this dumb is coming, bro.
Listen, do you know the worst part? I actually tried to get Tobes for today. He had other arrangements, so you got away with that because I heard about this. And I was like, I need Tobes here front and centre.
Yeah,
so
bro.
Tobes, we're going to link
No, but hold on. In my defense, I'm the one who told Tobes to believe, bro. He jumped on there and was like, he was like, I want City to win the league, so if they beat us, I was like, what's all this defeatist mentality? Believe. Professional pride.
Yeah.
# professional pride. And look what happened. So I'm taking some credit.
No. Get the hell out of here.
Some credit.
Let me get distracted. Hey, load up.
Hey, I can't lie. Big up. I like the promo you cut. Big up Tobes' promo as well, man. Tobes got.
Actually.
He said we did this. He got this.
Yeah. Please sit down. Yeah. I said he's getting crazy.
What we've got to speak about is you mentioned Ange as well, because you mentioned a lot about the players. I think what I particularly liked about Ange is it takes a lot. Ange's really interesting position. Last season he was the flavour of the month with everyone, and this year the tide has kind of turned where you've got Spurs fans themselves saying, I don't want him anymore. You've got the media sort of trying to pick it at him to try and get him to bite. And of course, before the international break, he came out and said, I accept that changes need to be made. I have to credit the fact that he's taken his philosophy, kept it the same, still attacking philosophy, but been like, I can't be naive anymore. Second half, seeing the 4-5-1 shape and a low block from Spurs, I said, wait, am I imagining this? It shows maturity.
Facts.
Even changing the personnel and saying that Brennan Johnson, this isn't a game for you. Maddison, you need to show me something now because Kulusevski creatively has been amazing. I know what you can do in this team, but you have to deliver. And giving them the platform to deliver, I respected that as well. And also as well.
What did you make of Maddison? Because I know you kind of been.
That's the Maddison. That's the Maddison I know.
You heard Kaz.
Yeah, that's the Maddison I know. Affecting the game. And I think the little tweak of making sure you've got Basuma and Sarr behind saying that we are carrying the water. Today, you just need to show us presence on the ball. Make sure you can pick up the ball in spaces. Make sure you're actually contributing to the game. Great performance. And what I liked about the performance is after the goals, he said, I'm not really too fussed about scoring goals anymore. I just want to keep it moving a bit. I was like, I respect that. It looks like in that sort of game, you found a way where you can get both of those individuals performing.
Facts. And that was the thing as well, as Kulu being back on that right wing as well. I was thinking, look,
was you worried initially? Because in the middle, he's been great.
Because even the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking, look, Brennan Johnson, the purple patch was nice, but we can see it's fading now. Kulu, the form he's in at the moment, I'm like, could we maybe trial him back out there just to get Maddison back in as well?
Yeah.
And he literally did that. And both of them, literally, you saw the best version of them, if you like. Like, I want to ask you lot as well, actually, like, how do you lot rate Kulusevski at this point? Because I feel like this season he looks a different player. He's more consistent. He's turning up in big games. He's got that quality about him that is just undeniable. But it's like, as Spurs fans, we've always rated him, but it's always been an issue of consistency. But from the outside looking in,
I mean, when he came in, he was mad. Remember in the first half, in that half season, and then I think he took about 2 years where it was like the 2 seasons, was it? Where it was like he could do more. You know what I mean? It was hit and miss. He's obviously got the ability, but moving into the midfield, into the 10, it took his game to another level. And even though he played on the right hand side, it's like now he's in that mode now.
Confidence.
He's got that confidence, bro. He had the freedom of Etihad against Man City. He was just doing whatever he wanted, however he wanted, bro. Them little man now coming, Rico Lewis, get out of here, bro.
Little man,
get out of here.
Bring me Big Vardio.
Whoever,
I'll dash him as well.
Yeah, I mean Vardio, boom. We'll talk about him too, but throwing him away, like it was just like light for him, and technically he's got it. And the thing is, the best players have a mix of technical ability and the physicality, and he's got the physicality and the technical ability. So massive credit to his performance.
What I'd say on him is, I think this season, being it's a new not a new era, but it's a new chapter for Spurs. I think out of all of your players, he's the one that's really taken to that, because there's no Harry Kane anymore.
Nail on the head.
Son is this character that exists, but everyone knows that really and truly he's faded. Someone's got to step up to the mantle. And obviously, James Maddison, we know he's part of the leadership council and everything, but someone's got to be that player. And you can have more than one player. But I think if there's someone that's definitely realised that I have an opportunity here, it's definitely him.
Facts.
You see in his performances, you see in the confidence.
He can be the best player in the team. And this season, he's our most important player.
Facts.
But he has the ability for me where that little bit of X factor that I talk about missing, that ability to create something out of nothing. He's the only one on the team I look at. I'm like, if you're on it, we can move.
For such a tall player, he's good in tight spaces.
Jinky, innit?
Facts,
he's good in tight spaces. Like,
there was one dribble,
I
think it was a setup for the 4th goal, where he nutmegged Gundo
and then did a
little shimmy.
Yeah.
I said, oh
yeah, he was sourcing.
I said, brother, what are you doing? And crazy performance.
I've got a question for you though. Excuse me, Aki, can I ask for that one favour again? The December 8th. Can I ask for that favour again?
Wait, is that when we
Can you get the
play?
bazookas out? You guys got these.
Oh, we got these. Up.
Yeah.
Because I know in December we got
Liverpool,
we got Chelsea, we got you in the Carabao as well.
No, we're after.
Oh, don't worry.
You got the bazookas for Chelsea.
December's we strapped up, baby. December we staying strapped up. Trust, you best believe. Boy. Mayor, we are coming. We've been here before as well. Don't let this slip.
Correct.
Hey, that's OG.
That's an old school reference. If you know, you know.
Ah.
Before we go into City, to quickly, not to round up Spurs, but key takeaways, obviously Spurs are always up and down.
Yeah.
You mentioned yourself, you can go into Fulham next week and it's a completely different thing. Based on your performance, what's the one thing that you want to take away? Because the attacking football's always been there. Is it the fact that if you're winning the game or you get the goals, you can find the shape? What is it that... What was the main change in this performance
that for me
was
like, it was almost like the tactical maturity.
Okay.
That's what it was for me. It was like you read the game before the game, seeing, all right, this is a game where we're still going to play our way, but I'm going to put certain players in the right position, whether that's Kulu for Brennan Johnson or whatever. But then in the second half, once we've got the game tied and sealed, there's no need to go gung-ho. That has been the biggest issue, where you're attacking, and it leaves so many gaps. You always allow teams to come back in, and hopefully this can be like a Kickstarter for the rest of the season. Do you know what I mean? You've beaten City twice now in a couple of weeks. You got big result against Villa the other week. All right, you can brush off the Palace and Ipswich result as, you know what, bad days at the office. Cool. Now let's build some consistency, because I said the fixture list we've got coming up in December as well. This is going to be a real testing month now. Yeah. Now we're going to really see, Ange, how you've kind of matured, and these players as well, what you're capable of as well. Because if December goes flat and goes wrong, kiss the season goodbye.
No, facts. Let's go into Manchester City though, because obviously we have to talk about the other team.
Facts.
Sky Blues, 5 losses in a row. 4 goals conceded against Spurs, 4 goals conceded against Sporting.
Wait.
I'm just enjoying it, bro. Yo, listen.
Hey.
Everybody better enjoy this, bro. Nobody try and come on the you know. No, enjoy this. There's never been a time you've been able to enjoy this trying to streak for Man City. Everybody wants to come on the I'm scared. It's still pep. It's still this gimmick. Bro, enjoy it. Revel in this, bro. I'm enjoying seeing him stressed out.
Wait, does your hat say 4-7?
No? Does it say 4-7?
It says 4-7 here.
Oh, shame.
Is that some Phil Foden sponsorship?
Bro, you know I got rid of that you after the Euros, bro. You know after the Euro I said, yo, bro, kick rocks, man. You about to, I can't. You know what I mean? Drown that like Bitcoin, bro. Like crash that stock, bro. Bro,
Buy Tiger. Hey, don't kill me.
Bro,
You're a villain for that. You're a villain.
You're a villain, bro.
Oh, man.
Yo, you remember who said that? I didn't say that, bro. He said that, bro. He said that.
Hey, it's mad.
Yo.
What with City, right?
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks ago, I was mentioning that I think they've lost their fear factor.
Yeah.
Do you know what City are looking like? Then when Deontay Wilder was going around beating up bare people, and it was like, and then he got rots the first time. He said, "Oh, maybe this guy ain't that strong." You know?
Yeah.
Bro.
Hey, that's killed me, bro.
City are looking, it's scary. And the thing is, we've spoken about certain things before, but I think now, as a platform to our audience, it's only right we break it down systematically. We need to talk about the manager. We need to talk about the players. We need to talk about what we're actually seeing here. I'm sorry, but the level of performances from Manchester City at the moment, it's diabolical.
Horror.
Let's call it for what it is. The Gundogan re-signing, it's not been it.
Absolutely. Somebody smell like shit.
It's
Somebody smell like shit.
It's not been good. Kyle Walker right back. Listen.
Horse. Somebody smell like shit, man.
Somebody smell like shit.
The defending at the back. No matter what centre half you put there.
Guardiola.
Does he get any hype unless he's scoring?
The Erling Haaland of defenders. Can you do your primary job, please? Yeah.
Defend, you know what I'm saying? Bro, attacking fullbacks era, people like you are the reason why I don't exist no more. Defend, please. Centre backs going left back. Defend, please. Do what it says on the tin, mate. Defend.
This is what you were signed
Yeah,
for.
bruv. Defend.
Then we've got
Philip, Walter, Foden. This one is diarrhea.
This one's like...
This one is diarrhea. You know how much we love him as well. But we got when I smell shit, I have to say I smell shit. I can't just let it go.
Oh, who farted in here?
This
Listen.
absolutely. Can we touch on that Norwegian brother first? Can we touch on Erling Braut? Because this one is. It smells that bad. Bro, he had 3 chances before we even took the game to actually put this game to bed. Chance after chance missing. And I'm sorry, do you remember a couple weeks ago where we sat here and I was like, there has to be certain games when the system's failing, the midfielders aren't creating for you, but you're Erling fucking Haaland. Can you please grab the game by the scruff of the neck? And when you line up against Dragusin, you're going ponytail for ponytail.
Ben Davis.
You see Ben Davis on the other side, a left back playing centre back, and you still aren't taking your chances. You still aren't imposing yourself on the game. It's things like this where I'm like, bro, these are the questions about you. And it's been like a year now of almost this where big chances get missed in games. City don't look really that good, and it's like, oh, but Haaland didn't get any service, and you know he's only had no, bro. He had chances in this game.
A lot of chances,
he
man.
could have won it for them, but he didn't take it. And then the rest of the game, it's like, okay, let me tie up my ponytail. Brother, come on.
Yeah,
you're meant to be one of the best players in the world. Can you please look like it?
I think if you look at this run, in this run that City are on, last season he missed a lot of chances. Like before that, his percentages, his conversion rate was so good. I'm not sure what his stats are now in terms of conversion rate, but the last 2 seasons, last season and this season, the amount of goals that Haaland could have scored, and some of these chances are not difficult, especially for a player that quality.
Yep.
Like I was one of the people saying like, yo, like I don't think they're playing to his strengths, blah 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 blah. Still don't. But however, when the chances are coming, the chances are coming. The chances are coming. The last 5 games where they've gone in this 5-game losses or whatever, the games that he's played in, Haaland's had clear-cut chances in nearly all of them, bro. Like, I think when you're looking at it, I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on with his finishing for such a great goal scorer. Didn't you see that?
17%.
Haaland, I don't even know. That's quite decent, to be fair, because he scored a lot of goals anyway. But the guy is just not converting at the clip that you'd expect a world-class forward to convert at. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what's actually happened to his finishing. Like,
and look,
as much as he
it
bags...
can't be a thing of, you're holding him to an unrealistic standard or whatever. No, this is a standard he set for himself. It's the same we do with every great player, whether it's Mbappe, whether it's Ronaldo, whether it's Messi. You set a standard... This is now the standard we measure you by. And I'm sorry, in games like that, like the one that fell to him, I think, early in the game.
Yeah, and he went to his
and he just took like 4 touches and then decided to take it with his left. I'm like, bro, take it with your right. Like,
and even
what's
then, the
going
shot,
on?
he just snatched at the shot. It wasn't even like he was...
Stabbed at it almost. And I was just like, I don't know, man. Games like this, I'm not moved by you.
The 2 last people we mentioned are Phil Foden and, of course, Haaland. And the reason why, for me, I look particularly more at those 2 is not to give City any sort of thing here, but of course we know that a lot of the other players we're speaking about are aging players,
that's what I said,
5-year run and everything. The issue I have is Phil Foden, you were built and prepared for this moment. You were load managed. If you look at his utilization compared to like your Bukayo Saka and everything, you were load managed, looked after and everything. Your moment is supposed to be now, especially after last season being PFA player, etc. Your moment is supposed to be now. Erling Haaland, you've been prepared for this moment. I expect the top players to be able to carry their team through dark moments. And people are not rising. We always say here, will people rise? People are not rising to
and
the
it's all well and
occasion.
good saying like, Rodri's missing and, you know, okay, cool,
man.
excuses. You know he's missing
Excuses.
now. KDB's out. Bro, you haven't really had KDB for about a year and a half. Like, you had it for a 6-month spell.
KDB's a supply teacher, man. He just puts
100%.
in, like, he's not
but it's meant to be those 2 in particular, Haaland and Foden, that are meant to be almost leading this next era of City or whatever. And you set standards where PFA Player of the Year, breaking record goals. Now you're going through a rough patch. It's like, and this season as well, Foden hasn't really looked himself at all since the summer. I don't know whether it's a hangover from the Euros, but it's just like you look shells of yourself at points. You know what I mean?
I think Foden, like everyone's talking about, like him v this person, everyone's bringing their players and comparing it to Foden's, the banter. But I think Foden, if he continues this way, like we have seen through his time at sea, as you mentioned, he's been used on the bench, he's come off the bench, he's been used on the right, he's been used on the left. This was the season where last year he played in the 10 kind of area, had a great year, and then Pep was saying stuff like, it's just so difficult, how am I going to get KDB and Foden in the team? And now KDB's injured again, and the mantles now should be, yo, this is my team, I won the player of the year, this is my team. And now when you look at it, he's not taking that. Bro, Man City are not going to stand still. They're going to be looking at Jamal Musiala. They're going to be looking at Florian Wirtz, Rodrigo at Real Madrid. Who knows? And they're going to be thinking, as we've seen, even when Foden was on top form, you always kind of feel like Pep, I don't know what it is. It's like it's still not his. In midfield, it's not his guy. KDB will be back. He'll throw him back to the wing. Bro, Pep will go and sign someone. Then Foden will got to fight for his position. Let alone about like, he's just going to play. He has to play himself into this because I don't think he has the 100% trust of Pep Guardiola, honestly.
It's an interesting point because one thing we've always known is that Pep has always spoken highly about Phil Foden. He's always said that coming through the academy, great player. But what you're saying is so true. If you're not able to live up to that billing, we've got serious problems here. Like this is literally supposed to be Phil Foden's moment. KDB's legs are tired. I don't want to call him a washed older, but bro's tired. He should be utilised.
He just physically, he should be like, you know, you get them players. Giggs started doing it after a while at Maynard. John Terry was there for the Conte season, remember?
Exactly,
and it was just like, you come in, you come out, whatever. Obviously, KDB probably has still a bit more to give. But that's exactly why I agree with you that you can't look at them. But I did a video, right? And it wasn't even just them. I have to include Vardio in there, right? I'm looking at the guys that are in their prime years. Foden should be entering his prime years.
Also, they've not had the full mileage of the 5-year run. They've maybe had like
Haaland's been 2. But Foden has been a part of it, but obviously not as much as like
of course,
Bernardo Silva, for example.
Different.
But I'm looking at them type of guys, and I'm like, they're the one. Obviously, Rodri's injured, but he would be included. That he just won Ballon d'Or, so obviously he's in his prime. But you're looking at KDB. No, sorry, not KDB. You're looking at Haaland. You're looking at Foden, Vardio. Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
I'm not going to include goalkeeper. Just Ederson's doing well, by the way. He's one of the only players doing well for City. But there's certain players in there, and because there's guys in their prime, then you have the old guys who have a lot of mileage, like KDB. You've got Walker. You've got John Stones. You've got Bernardo, and then you've got this young crop of guys, which is Rico Lewis, Doku, Savinho. And they're not cutting it.
The gap is too...
The gap is a bit... It's just like it looks all over the place at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Savinho, 16 games, 0 goals.
Yep.
0 assists.
I mean, brother, if he was wearing a red shirt, or blue shirt, or dark blue shirt, we'll be calling him Mudryk.
Anthony.
We'll be calling him Anthony. We'll be calling him Pepe. But because he plays for Man City, it's, do you know what? I see what he's doing. But no, bro, the guy is... reeks out there. Do you know what I mean? With all due respect, he reeks. You know what I mean? He introduced me to a vibe he couldn't maintain off. He turned Calafiori. I was like, okay. What we got here? Then since then, brother, all I'm seeing is Pretty One come my way.
Are you telling me that?
Oh, what's the one new one? What's the new one that you're doing? Grey Chucky.
Wait, are you telling me that? You're dumb. Are you telling me that the Savinho moment is the Mudryk James Milner?
There we go. It might be.
Hey,
it might be.
He might have to change back to Savio.
It might be.
Stop the Savinho stuff. Go back to Savio, bro.
Yeah, I'm calling him Savio. I just call him Savinho.
No, but
so I'm calling him Savio. Sorry.
But Savio was the name he was cooking with.
I know.
Why would you change that to Savinho and now all of a sudden it's looking like this?
Bro,
but another one who I feel like gets away a lot, I can't lie to you, Bernardo Silva.
He's not been.
Bernardo Silva gets away with crimes, and everybody looks at him like he's this old retired dog. Oh, he's 30. He should still be cooking right now. International, everybody overlooks him. Cristiano, Bruno Fernandes, always gets overlooked. At City, it's always the bigger guys like a Haaland, a Foden, a KDB, a Rodri, who you look at when things are going wrong. Why does he always get neglected?
Do you know what I think it is? You know, you get some players, like a Grealish, Bernardo, a Gundogan. Some people are just kind of like gluish kind of guys. So when they're winning, you can see their value. But as soon as it's like, okay, I need backs against we need something. You then look at them and you're like, oh wait, hold on.
They just look. He looks so stiff. He looks so predictable. Give me some more. That's kind of where it is. I think with Bernardo. I think Bernardo's always been this. Yeah, I can plug and play. Put me on the left. Put me on the right. Put me in midfield. I'll do it. But now that it's like. But then are we at fault here for asking him to do something he clearly has not ever really shown us? No. Because bro, I remember when Bernardo was at Monaco. I remember when he was freshly signed. He was this technical wizard, could break through anything, could create something out of nothing. Now, maybe he didn't put up the most numbers in terms of goals and assists, but you always felt his impact in games. Nowadays, it seems like he's just one of these old passengers that just goes through the game.
He's their high quality Park Ji-sung now.
I'm like, come on, man. Why does everybody look at everybody else but cute little Bernardo? You can go back in the change room, bro. Come back in, hold your licks as well.
Yeah, the reason why it's a good take is because we just described City's issue, right? You've got aging olders, a mid-range that are not stepping up to the table, and then you've got youngers that are not. They can't really look up to the mid-range because they're too raw and everything. Bernardo finds himself. Yeah, but Bernardo finds himself in a situation where, like, if KDB and them lot are there, at 30 in this club, you should be able to sort of take ownership and maybe take up a level. And that's what goes to what you're saying. Maybe he's just not that guy.
Who's that?
Bernardo.
That's what I'm thinking though. But then the thing is, City's issues at the moment, for me, physically, they're very off it, right? Yeah. Teams are running through them easily. Yeah. Their midfield is small. Their midfield is weak. So everything that we're just saying, that's Bernardo usually has legs though, but that's basically what Bernardo Silva is. He's on the weaker side. He's small. He's not physical like that. And that's what the issue is when you're looking at Gundogan, who this return, this is looking.
It's not Gundo the Great no more. It's not Gundo the Great.
Gundo the garbage, bro.
This return is looking.
It's looking spooky,
bro. I said when KG went back to the Timberwolves. Yeah.
How about you looking at KG the comedian?
Where's he going with this?
No, Kevin got in there. Kevin got in there.
Back to the Timberwolves.
Oh, he's there when KG puts on the skates again. What? When he goes.
Shadrach and Abednego.
Hey, okay,
man. We need a new career now. But now, honestly, when I look at that, I think there's Stones doesn't look the same anymore. He looks like finally them injuries.
Who at Manchester City, we mentioned Alisson, but who at Manchester City right now in their current squad can at least put maybe one hand up and say, you know what, I'm trying.
Edison has probably saved 10 1v1s this season.
Who else?
Nunes, Mateus Nunes. I feel like when he was playing, he didn't play yesterday.
Yeah. I've got
to be fair, I don't think he's great defensively, but I mean he's tried to build them out a few times with Vardio, so I'll give him a little bit.
Yeah.
So 2 players in a championship winning team. There's something else I've got to ask as well, guys. We're talking about new contract. We don't ever have conversations about Guardiola. We always speak about the players. We speak about Virgil not being there. We're talking about one of the best managers in world football.
Yeah.
If we're saying that it's a Rodri issue, it's very alarming that the best manager in world football can't find a solution for...
Shake my hand!
For one player.
Shake my hand!
That's concerning. So at some point, we have to have a conversation about Pep Guardiola. We have to...
Let me reach on my heel. Right, heel. If you're the sponsor of the show, hit me up, man. You know what I mean? Let me get my heel in, boys.
You know what? That was class. Bro, that was the most shameless plug in the history. Every man just laughing.
Let me drink my heel.
I need to drink my heel. Like, what?
Oh my word. But yeah, we've got to have a conversation about at some point. We often say that, you know, he's trying to look for something. Bro, 5 games. Amorim slapping 4 on your head. Ange slapping 4 on your head.
You know they haven't scored more than 1 goal in all them games.
In all of them games.
More than 1-1-1-1-0.
0. Bro, at what point do you look at yourself and say, what am I doing wrong?
Do managers you see how a player has a peak? No, I'm not saying, let's not try and clickbait me here. Let's not try and clip me. But you know how managers have a peak and do managers have that?
What peak?
Do managers have moments where it's like, not peaks, because that just means winning in your best season. I mean, like, do managers have, what word am I looking? Primes.
Yeah.
Do they? Can a manager just get what? Like, we've seen like Jose turn wash.
I say yes and no, because
we've seen Wenger. I felt sorry for Wenger's context.
Because we've seen literally those 2 examples. Of Wenger and Jose, where you feel like they had peak moments, but then things started to deteriorate afterwards. But I always feel like if you're a great manager and you're at a great club, you should always be able to almost reinvent yourself and the team. And I feel like that's why Ferguson always gets...
You knew where I was trying to go.
Facts, because that is one of the true things where I think Fergie gets so much credit for that length of time. He had about 5 or 6 different teams. Even the team that he left them with was papering over cracks, as well. But I'm still gonna win something there, and that's what I feel like great managers do. And for me, I put Pep Guardiola in that bracket. So, in my honest, I felt like last season when he did this 3 Stones stepping into midfield, I was like, oh, he's found a solution. Now I'm like, what's the solution to the solution? That's the thing.
That's how I'm looking at Man City now, because I think this is going to be the most interesting one, because we've used the word rebuild with the Pep squad a lot, but the highest end of the quality has still always been there. KDB's always been there. Yeah. You know, there've been certain players that have still always been there, and they drop in a Haaland, they'll drop in. But we've said it, despite them winning, I know, and it sounds crazy because City went and won a treble, but we've said it, like, when we looked at, like, who replaced Sterling in the way they play, who replaced Sane, who replaced, like, you know what I mean? We were always kind of like, okay, but then Pep is just that good and the team is that good. They have the highest end quality, and people like KDB, they're going to go and win leagues, right? But I feel like this one is going to be a proper, like, I need to tear it up and rebuild this. I've won with these guys. I need to rebuild this. But when I look at it, I don't know. When I'm looking around world football, now with this FFP on people's ass as well,
often they can do that.
Bro, for example, we're talking about, all right, go and buy a Musiala verse. That's 100 million right there.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you only got 1 or 2 signings after that. It's not like back in the day with Chelsea and City, you could buy 6-7 players in one summer for bare money.
Remember back in the day, City could just buy players.
That's what I'm saying.
City now have to, you have to sell. What assets do they realistically have that you're going to get
No, but
money apart from the academy because they've been doing that. But realistically,
do you know what it is?
Who in that squad are they selling?
I've been seeing
to
their
get money?
windows over the past maybe 2 years,
And we've
I've
been
always
disappointed.
felt
Yeah.
It's underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, you've only just brought Savinho was the only signing in the summer.
Yeah.
January, they don't really activate. And I've been like, okay, this squad has been able to get you over for a long time and you've added a few pieces here and there, but it actually needs an overhaul. Like, a lot of that squad, as you said, is aging. The question is I think...
Have we seen Pep do an overhaul?
No,
That's
but
the
the
word.
thing is,
We've seen
I think
little
we initially
drop-
when he came in,
drop
that first season when he came in, he had the cliches and Colorados.
Yeah.
He did that. They almost need something like that again. But what I will say is City and Pep have never gone and signed the big names, if that makes sense.
They
So
got
I know they're
Haaland.
saying Verts Musiala, but Rodri, when they signed him, he wasn't the biggest
Haaland,
name in the
though.
world.
Haaland's only
Diaz,
probably the one.
Haaland's the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
one,
yeah.
really. Diaz wasn't the biggest name.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they almost need to get back into. Recruiting well, recruiting smart, because they never even really broke the bank.
They need to
always
get
used
that
spend
high
like
quality
60 odd or
again.
so.
but high quality is such an interesting one because I think we're talking about just City Guardiola now. I think if you go back to Barcelona, what he had was a constant pipeline of quality, or people that could play the way.
I mean, but he was
wanted
only
to
there
play.
for a short period.
But
though,
what I'm
innit?
saying
4
is,
years.
it was like there was a stream. You then go to Bayern. What happened at Bayern?
What happened?
He inherited a
Here you go.
good squad.
Treble winning side, yeah.
Managed to put a few trinkles on whatnot. Didn't have to sort of evolve. It's the first time where he actually is he evolves in terms of the
Tactically, he evolves.
but now you need personnel.
It's
The mileage is done.
the word-
the handbrake is tired.
The best
cam
word
belt
is
is worn
overhaul.
out.
It's the word overhaul. I was saying rebuild. It's actually it's overhaul
Yeah.
because we've seen him plug and play and bring this guy in and you want a transfer request, go, bro. They've been turning down Bernardo, wanting to leave for 3 years.
Yeah.
Now it's finally gonna have to be like, all right, you can go. Like those kind of situations. So when you're talking about overhaul, it's like letting a lot go and letting a lot come in at the same time.
Do you know what's so
we
funny?
haven't seen that yet. So
Not
it's
to
going to
spend-
be interesting.
Not to spend too much time
But
here, but
who can they sign? Sorry, who can they sign that can match the quality of a KDB, of a David Silvers, of a Sane and these men when they were at their best moments?
Yeah.
It's actually very hard to do that. City always had the highest end quality. Why did we always say that they're better than Arsenal? Because they got them, man. They got got them. And now when you're looking at they ain't got that. You never know, man.
Kids on the bench for the
Recruitment's
past couple
important.
weeks,
Yeah.
bro. It's actually crazy.
it's mad though because like how have we gone from Pep going, we cannot replace him, getting Haaland to realizing, bro, you better replace a lot of these men that you have. Man.
I
You gotta
don't think.
replace a lot
I
of these
think,
men.
I think a mistake was letting not
Alvarez.
replacing Julian Alvarez.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yes.
I'm not saying Alvarez, but I mean, Alvarez would be helping in these
But
situations.
what it
bro.
is
They didn't
goals
replace him.
outside of Haaland.
Haaland.
You don't have that.
Have you
Even
seen the
this
numbers?
Season, I think it's like 55, 58% of the goals he's scored.
Bro,
He's got
Haaland-
13. Everyone else has got Guardiola's got
Vardio's
2.
next with 3. Somebody else has 3.
And then it's 1-1.
Then it's like 2,
Bro, that's
1,
embarrassing.
1, 1, 1,
Whereas
1.
previously you had Mara shipping in with 10 to 12.
Yeah.
You had Julian Alvarez
Yeah.
there. You had options around the team that KDB chipping in.
Yeah.
Now you don't have any of that, and it's a reliance on Haaland. And then when you have a game like he did against Spurs, where are the goals coming from?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's facts.
It's mad, man. But listen, man, we've got like 5K in here. We ain't got 1K likes. Let's
Come on,
smash
people.
the like
Come
button.
on,
Like,
smash the
share,
likes,
subscribe.
man. Come on,
Algorithm,
hit the
algorithm,
likes, hit the
algorithm.
likes.
Where would we like to go next to, gentlemen?
How long were we on that? Damn, we were on that for a long
Where
time.
we had to let our boy
No,
cook,
no,
man.
no,
Let's let our boy cook. and
We
obviously
have to get it out of the system today,
Like,
man.
the
Come on,
cities
man.
where we've got
We
to
don't
dress-
get much Spurs focus on here. You know what I'm saying? So
We
let's
get a
have
bit
today.
too-
Let's
I
have
think we
today.
get a bit too much Spurs focus and you
listen.
deep it, bro. What the hell?
Boy,
Man
listen.
said we don't get enough Spurs focus.
Hey.
Should we speak about the man we've been speaking about quite a lot recently? Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed
What do
Ibn
you want to speak
Salah.
about? What do you want to speak about with that?
Because I know where he's going to go.
No, because I just don't think. I mean, I don't think like every week he scores. Like he wasn't good today, bro.
He wasn't.
Do you know what I mean? And he got a jammy goal on a penalty. Like he's fantastic. I think we gave him his flowers. Like we know, like, but I think now it's just now like every goal he's gonna put in the net. Ballon d'Or, blah blah blah. He was meaty today. Let's keep it 100.
I think it's the clutchness of the goals. That's all it is. It's the equalising goal, the winning
The
goal.
goalkeeper for the-
Yeah, like-
I was going to say,
listen,
Alex McCarthy should be looked for racketeering.
No,
For-
he needs to be tested for Class A drugs. That's what he needs. Forget
Who?
racketeering and brown
goalkeeper.
envelopes. That is, I can't explain that.
You can't do that on pro
Crystal
clubs.
meth is the only thing that can make it.
No,
do
but
that.
look.
You can't do that on pro clubs.
When what was the game when we came in after it? Was it Brighton?
Yeah.
When Salah banged it in when they came back
Yeah.
in it. I came in here and I said, bro,
Yeah.
you can't give a man like that space. I gave him his props, but you think after watching that I'm gonna come here and start waxing lyrical? What am I waxing lyrical about?
No, the question I wanted to bring to you guys is, obviously the two teams we've spoken about at length today play each other next week.
Yeah.
The point difference between
8
is 8 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if Liverpool were to win that game,
11.
I think Liverpool, you want to be giving 1v1s like that? City, let Salah have 1v1s, bro.
but this is what I'm speaking
I think
about.
they might get packed up, bro. I think Liverpool might spliff City, you know. I'm serious, bro. I know they're going to try and come with a comeback because of what happened to... But I don't know if this City team have it in them right now, bro. It's coming hot and fast. Anfield. And you know when Anfield smell blood?
If you smell...
You know when Anfield smell blood, they can smell City, the shark blood. Yeah, listen.
Sharks
And
and water.
what you have to remember as well is, what I love about football is narratives. Narratives that probably have in change rooms that teams have with each other. The fact that Liverpool can say, like, you know what? Let's put down these dirty dogs. Let's let this be the final nail in the coffin at Anfield.
Pack them up.
Bro, I
Pack
can't
'em
lie.
up.
Next week could be
This
scary.
is if I'm on slot, I'm even saying
this is
Real
the
Madrid
moment.
hype. I'm
Yeah.
even saying Real Madrid hype.
We're qualifying already. Rest everyone.
Bradley.
Bradley.
You know what I mean?
What's the guy with the afro?
Jaden
What's
Dance.
that? Jaden Dance.
Do they still have that ginger centre half? Van der Berg. or something?
No.
Oh, he dipped out, yeah.
Yeah.
But throw any of them, man. What's that? That little youngster. He's that tall.
Rio.
No, throw Rio in there, bro.
Enoy.
Yeah,
Enoy,
Enoy,
yeah.
bro. You gotta get in there, bro. I am all week. I'm telling these man, sit in a dark room like Heath Ledger was before the Joker.
Incubator.
Yeah, sit in a dark room and be ready, bro, because this could be the biggest result in Arne Slott's period right now.
Kill them.
Bro, 11 points ahead of City.
Kill them.
Going into the
You
new
can
year
go
as well.
11 points at City and be directly involved in that 11 points because you beat them.
Yep. Kill them.
Yeah, you opportunity to set a big
They've
goal.
got to take this one.
Bro,
100%.
and the thing is, the reason why I bring it back to Mo Salah is because he has the opportunity to make it about him. We
Yeah.
often say that players have to have these arcs and these moments. Imagine he goes and commits
Who, what?
if Mo Salah decides to go rampant against City, my word.
Guardiola,
and then
we're
we
going
start
to be
getting-
having some
Hey,
conversations, bro.
After seeing what Kulusevski did, I know
Guardiola,
Salah's licking his lips.
Don't
bro.
let that happen back-to-back weeks. That's all I'm saying. If Liverpool are going to win that game, let it be through the midfield.
Yeah.
Let it be Gravenberch,
Yeah.
McAllister, Sobol today as
Yeah.
well. Very good game, I can't lie. But let it be them lot who... If you let Salah spin you, Vardio, we're going to be having some uncomfortable
Bro, I'm
conversations,
telling you
bro.
now, I'm seeing fire in that game, bro. Like, bro, what time is the kickoff? Is it prime time? 4:30.
4 p.m. on Sunday.
4:30. It's getting
4:30, so that's going to be right
It's
before
dark already.
this.
It's dark
It's
already.
getting
It's gonna
dark.
be
Right
dark
before
already.
this.
It's gonna be right before this.
Right before this.
It's getting dark nowadays,
you
bro.
know what to
Early.
do.
You know the light when the lights start turning on.
You know, can I,
Mushroom time.
you man, you know me. I'm a storyteller. Innit? Let me paint a picture, right? 4 p.m. Anfield. Mo Salah drops a hat trick on them.
Oh yeah, okay.
Do you know what that means? 5 goals behind Henry.
I ain't co-signing this one.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Football's about moments.
Yeah.
Mo Salah could go
He
and do
said he's
something.
hating the narrative.
Bro,
Keep going, brother.
bro.
Paint it. I want this clipped, signed, delivered. Paint that narrative.
Hey, go on, keep going, keep going.
Paint it.
Arsenal, we're coming for you.
No. Paint everything you about to paint.
cool.
Picasso, get ready, get working, bro.
He drops that. He drops the hat trick. They say that City are out of the title race and whatnot. He picks up his match ball. He's walking at the camera. What they did to Amrin today. He looks at the camera. He goes, "Henry, I'm coming for you."
Oh, no.
So
Look at the camera. Are you humble, eh? Are you humble? That's what I want to see from Salah.
he does this to the camera,
Yeah.
bro. It's
Hey,
mad.
did you see after he scored a penalty, though, the commentary said something nice. I can't lie. He goes, "There's the arrow and bow. Now give him his dough." I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Good bit of commentary.
You know,
there.
I'm watching Salah though. Salah's trying to get iconic images for maybe his last season at the club.
the
Yeah.
whole arms apart.
sitting in the crowd.
Doing
Yeah.
this, yeah.
Bro, you ain't got one song which required your top off today, bro. you ain't got one song
Nah,
that required
that is
that,
one
bro.
thing I clocked yet. I was like, yo,
is he trying to get a little leaving yearbook?
quick to always rip off the shot. I'm like, bro, we get it. You go gym.
It's the Ronaldo.
You know
effect.
you got
Hey,
a 10-pack.
2% fat, man. I'll do the same.
It's the
if I bring
Ronaldo.
out mine,
You know what?
I'll look like Ange.
We did that for. We did that for.
Oh man, let me go see super chats quickly. Actually, we've got a lot in here. Fico Darwin's army goes life without that thug Romero. Clean shirt, Hashtag leader men. Interesting. Thoughts on that quickly?
That's all I'm saying.
That's enough. Eli says free. Oh, where? That's a bit rude.
What did he say?
It's a bit rude. Free and then put ninja and then put the closed mouth one. You got something to say, mate?
Bruh.
Got
What
something
does
to say,
that
mate?
mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean by
Point
that?
collectors movie.
What do you mean by that, Eli? What do you mean by that,
What do you
Eli?
mean by that?
Elaborate.
That was crazy.
Angel says, Cams, what did you say to Tobes about Ipswich? Noticing. On a Spurs note, Kulusevski is finally getting my flowers and it's amazing to see. Now, please don't go and lose to Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Simply Chuff says, Spurs goal difference.
Don't go lose to Fulham.
Fulham, sorry. Simply Chuff says, Spurs goal difference, 14. United points, 16. Tell Cams to stay in the mud. We are nothing like you. Stay humble, eh?
Hey, Spurs fans found their voice today. I love it. Give it.
Spurs fans, you guys need to know. You guys will forever be my little bros. I always
Don't do
like
that.
Spurs. Don't
do
worry.
that.
You always
We
my
came to your
bros,
house,
man.
We came to your house.
Yeah, it's
we
good,
came
it's
to your
good.
house.
Bro.
We took your pad. We took your console.
Bro.
We put off.
Look at this guy, bro.
We took our shoes. We took our shoes. We took our shoes off and went like this.
Bro,
Man said, can I have orange juice, please?
bro, there's always a time when little brother comes and all of a sudden he's better than big brother at FIFA. All of a sudden he's better. You know what I mean? Bro, we'll get back in the lab, show the youngers what time it is, man. Don't worry about that, bro.
Show and Prove says Kulusevski's personal vendetta against Guardiola needs to be studied. Happy Matters
facts.
won the show and he really showed and proved. I see you plug your name there. Get with the purple. Give him his flowers. Taz says Enzo's family was holding back. Foden, take notes. I really like this super chat. You know how funny that is?
Bro, you lot are gassing out Enzo. I heard he got 3 assists against guys that have work in the morning, bro. And they're like, in his last 3 starts, he has 5 assists. And one of them, he passed to Neto. Neto wang and banged it from outside the box. Then he's getting assists against fucking carpenters, plumbers, day nurses, flipping child kite minders. I'm like, I'm not having that, bro. Bro, he didn't start his last 4 games in a row in the league, bro. Let's chill,
To be
man.
fair,
But fair enough, nice little header.
to this, goal
Right.
and assist, man of the match performance.
Search John Joe Selvey v Southampton if you want to see a good header.
How are you able to call that out, bro? Why do you know John Joe Shelby's goal catalogue?
Just saying.
You're obsessive.
No, you're a sick
You're
individual.
he's obsessive.
You are a sick individual.
GP says Man U, a London club based in the north. Manchester United, a London club based in the north. All these
Whatever,
Harry Pineros,
mate.
all these
Big club,
culture
mate.
comes.
Fucking race.
Dominic says, Fuad, I am a United fan. You felt a lot for that Lear's Pep agenda. Absolute waffle. He might be the best coach. He ain't no GOAT manager like Sir Alex Ferguson or Carlo.
Liaz.
What did
Is
Liaz
Liaz
say?
I think Pep's the GOAT? I don't know, actually. To be fair, I don't actually know that.
David Silva says
We'll have to
City
investigate
will
that
go
one.
for
Not in my house.
Musiala.
Next episode.
Not in my household.
City will go for Musiala and Wirtz now. Thanks for 4-0. Listen, we'll see what FFP say about that.
You know what? I like that spin.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
trying to spin it. I get it.
They have to find something, don't they?
Yeah, I mean.
Taz says Foden and Walker are 2 cheeks of the same rare. And LJ Brown says Cams, Tobes and Grizz told me to tell you culture scams not to duck them like Mazraoui should have ducked the Hutchinson short culture
Should've
scams.
ducked.
Listen, I can't lie,
That's
yeah?
a good Lil Durk song. Should have ducked. R.I.P. Duck. Just saying, bro. R.I.P. FGBG Duck. bro.
Speaking of Little Dursky,
Look, Durksy.
speaking of Little Dirksy and United, there's a lot of heat on Amorim's name in the comment section. Now, I wasn't coming in here to flame you up because I'm aware that, first game, first day out, you got to take things as it comes. But it seems like a lot of people want to hear from you about the draw against Ipswich.
I don't know what they were. I'm actually
Why didn't you win, Cams?
Yeah, bro.
Why
Why
didn't
didn't you blow Ipswich
Amorim
away?
come first week and improve these guys?
Why didn't he make a difference against McKenna, the former United man?
Why has the technical floor not been
Not
raised?
risen? Why did Amorim not rise to the occasion and win on his first game?
He should have played me 10 then, mate. If I played 10, if I had the audio, if I played 10,
You jiggling
know what I mean?
about on the pitch,
yeah, bro, flipping
carrying
out.
his belly.
Me and Ange, bro, flipping out, bro.
You-
I'd be
you
Ange's
leave
fa-
a
I'll be
hockey cap out
I'll
of
be
it.
Ange's favourite player, mate. Like,
Fam, listen, in here, they're saying Amorim weak sauce. They're calling him Montclair Mourinho. They're saying that his trim is fake. They're
Hey.
onto him.
Don't listen. I'm so composed. I didn't learn anything today except from the same things. The players, it's just going to take time, you know what I mean? And I know that Amorim's going to sort it. I know he's going to realise pretty quickly who's good and who's not.
Yeah.
International break, we had players coming back from South America. You have players coming back from injury. Did you see that starting lineup? That starting 11? I doubt that 11 will ever start
Johnny
again.
Evans,
a fixture. Come on.
Casemiro and Eriksen in the middle.
Honestly, I'm not even like too mad at that one. You know what I'm trying to say? I wanted to win. I really, 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 really wanted to win. I really wanted to win. But at the same time, though, like...
drafts that Cam had ready.
Nah.
Gift season dropped in the past couple of days. I'm like, hey, I like it.
Hey,
that one's cold. Did you see that one? That one's cold.
Someone said you was on
storm is coming.
Someone said you was on
Bro,
swag.
that's going to load up.
Someone said you was on swag watch with Amorim.
I was on what?
You was on swag
Oh,
watch.
yeah. Hey, look, Amorim looked good today, now. What do you guys think? Look good today?
Jumper was nice.
Jacket was nice.
Do you know
That was like
Jacket was nice.
Was that
United fans with this Amorim appointment? They got their first bad beat.
it's their first handsome manager.
They got
innit?
their first good-looking
Come on,
manager, and they don't know how to act.
Yeah.
They can't stop talking about aura. They can't stop talking about, look how good he looks on the touch.
Look,
I ain't
yeah.
never seen Cams talk about that.
Wait until when he steps on OT. And he's looking like that. Oh,
You lot are sick.
Nah, I'm joking. But now, honestly though, like in terms of the game, he played his formation. There were certain moments in build-up that was a little bit better. But overall, again, we just relieved the ball a little too much. You know what I mean? Give the ball to the opposition.
Yeah.
Some really bad performances in amongst them as well. Some decent performances, but some really bad ones. You look at Ahmad, for example, played really well as a right wing back, but you think to yourself, can he even do more if he's in one of them 10 areas?
Yeah.
Poor game from Garnacho. I think it was an average game from Bruno. Casemiro has now made history. He's the first person to get hooked in the Amorim era. So congratulations to him. You know what I mean? Congrats. You know what I'm saying? First person to get hooked. So I don't know. I want to see what Amorim's proper team is. Do you know what I mean? Because now Everton will be a good indication because Kobe's going to be there. I don't think Yoro's going to get thrown in, but more people are going to be back. So when I'm looking at it, I want to see what is Lissandro weren't there. So I'm waiting to see them kind of things, but it's very, very early, man. Some of the players only trained one day.
Yeah.
So I'm not really too concerned. I know that Man United fans, the thing about Man United fans is that they will try and let rivals rattle them and make them start panicking and saying stupid things. Honestly, when I walked away from that game, I just was laughing at how bad some of these players are, in my eyes anyway. Some might think they're better than they are, but not for me. So, but bro, I have to just talk about that Xerxes shot, bruv. Yo, listen.
Try conversion.
That brother.
Hey, I feel so bad, man.
Do you know what he did?
Bro, when I linked that brother in real life, I saw a big, strong man. You know what I mean? Wide shoulders, broad chest. I was like, oh, you gonna be a success at this football club. Yo.
Man
And,
said,
instead, what did you get?
I thought, bro.
I'm just a chill guy.
I'm just a chill guy,
I'm just
bro.
a chill guy, bro.
Bro.
like, I want to score goals, but you know, I'm just a chill
What's
guy.
that thing that they say on the internet? No lie. I thought Lorenzo was Lobos in jail, whatever it is. Brother, I saw him and I thought, oh, perfect.
We got Lobos.
Bro, I don't even think he's gonna be here next season.
I was gonna say,
I don't think he's gonna be here.
I've got some like quick fire questions for you. Does it work out for Xerxes at United?
No. Well, no, I don't, because again, look at the role he played when he came on. I don't even know where he was playing when he came on, and then he's definitely not holding down that 9 spot in this system, especially. So, I don't know.
Next one I've got for you is, who is the player you're most looking forward to potentially thriving in this new system?
Ahmad. I'm super interested to see where he uses Kobe and how Kobe adapts to this system. I want to see Mount. He's played in the system. Mount won a Champions League in this flipping system. So, and he spoke very highly of him. And who else? And the centre-backs, I'd say probably Yoro and Licha. I want to see how they work. So I defo know in the summer he's going to sign a wing-back, and I think he's going to go for a striker. So let's see. Rashford scored in his first game with him. I think he's going to keep him as the 9. Some decent link-up moments, but could probably impose himself a little bit more. When you look at like Liam Delap was doing on the other side, that brother was throwing guys left, right, and centre. Get out! He was a battering ram. You know what I mean? He should have scored, but he was going crazy. So I'm looking forward to seeing some players. I think there's going to be quite a few losers in this system, but I want to see who the winners are. Like someone like Ugarte, I know we all written him off, but he might be able to do a little something in this system. So
who do you reckon the key losers will be? If you had to pick three.
Eriksen, I'm looking at.
Eriksen will be tough for Eriksen because of the pivot. Yeah, that'll be tough. I think. Garnacho, I don't know what. I don't know about
where
Garnacho.
He's gonna fit, is it?
When Garnacho behind them 10s, I think Garnacho as an impact sub, great. But like starting, I just don't know. Sometimes I'm looking at who else is there in our team.
Sorry, quickly on the Garnacho.
Hoyland and Xerxes.
Xerxes, I think, is a big loser of this.
Yeah.
Hoyland, I'm telling you, this guy's got 6 months, man. He's got 6 months. He's got 6 months.
I'm putting cases.
How much are they total together?
I think it comes up to like
120.
Yeah, you lot are trolling, right?
Xerxes was what, 30?
Oh, I thought you said Hoyland is 120 mil.
Together.
Yeah, 100, about 100 mil. Yeah, 30, 105 mil or something like that. Yeah, like, but Hoyland for me, like, he's gonna have to. Everyone's talking about Gyökeres. He's got the similar profile to do what Gyökeres is doing. Bro, we've had enough profile talk. Now it's time to actually go down and do it. So let's see with him. If he's not a winner in this system under this manager who has thrived of a player like Gyökeres, then there's not really much hope in it. So I want to see what goes on there. But first things first, as he said, technical level, keep the ball. That needs to improve. And the athletes, how many times have I been saying? I've been coming in for how long? I've been saying it so long. Athletes, bro. You need peak athletes. And it's simple. It's like when he was talking in his interview, I genuinely was like, oh, rah. Finally, someone saying that exactly what I'm thinking. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's gonna sort it out. He doesn't seem like a mug to me. You know what I mean?
Finally, to wrap up here, what did we caught majority of the post-match conference before Ed Sheeran came in and started interrupting and stuff. What did you make of the whole sort of him saying, I've spoken more in 4 days than I did 4 years at Portugal?
Yeah.
I spoke to head of comms. As of next week, I'm limiting it. I just want to focus on my players and coach. What did you make of it?
You got a choice in it being limited, by the way.
Because remember, this is the biggest club in the world.
I think it was a little bit half joking.
No, 100%. But it's like the fact that obviously we said in pre-production, one thing that I like about him is already high chest charisma. Mm-hmm. You're able to say things that get fans to believe, get players to believe, which Ten Hag never did. No one could really buy into anything because it's like.
Do you know what Amorim has said on match days? He's a lot different person than he is in the press conferences, and you could see today a couple moments where he was shouting at the players. Even with that, he's probably thinking he's done 3 interviews. We had to do one for MUTV, did one for press conference before the game, and Gary Neville seems to always spawn up when Man United get a manager. Do you know what I mean? So he had to for some reason do one with Gary Neville, but. So I think he's just now thinking, listen, let me just work with my players. Well, you'll see me a day before the game. You'll see me after the game type thing. So I think he just wants to lock in. And I don't mind that because I know there's probably people thinking, oh, why is he talking so much? Because, you know, anytime something from Man United talk, it goes everywhere. So people are probably thinking the same thing. He's just saying what they're probably thinking. So, yeah, man, I'm honestly... I'm actually mad excited for this era, bro.
No, I hear it.
I'm actually mad excited.
Before we go forward,
confidence. I smell blood. I smell blood amongst the league.
It's the first.
It's your own blood, mate. You're bleeding out.
You're wounded.
The red storm.
You know the film when someone gets shot and then it's like,
oh shit, I'm bleeding. Is it bleeding? Is it bleeding? You hit my head.
A red storm is coming.
And again,
everybody duck for cover.
No one's holding you to this. But if you had to like put a thing in the air and like guess where the wind was blowing, etc., where do you think United can finish this season?
This season, I think our best route to try and get Champions League football is go through the Europa.
Okay.
So. Hey, don't worry. We're first packing you guys out of the Carabao. Then link us in the semis or something, of course.
let's do this.
Yo.
You take the Carabao.
Nah. You take the
scratch my back,
Carabao, bro.
scratch-
Carabao's
No,
at
see-
you guys level, bro.
Bro, what was a lot? Yeah.
Avenge Robbie Keane and them man there, bro. You know what I mean? What the hell?
I was going to say avenge Jose.
Nah, avenge Robbie Keane and go get your lick back. But anyway, I would say best chance is through the Europa. I don't think we don't necessarily know if we're going to win that, but I think that's the best chance. I think in the league, because of how much he's going to be trying to... I said before the game, we're basically having training sessions in the
matches, yeah.
We're trying to win, but we're also trying to learn. Yeah. And do you know what he said just before he said after the game? You could see the players were thinking too much.
Yeah.
What do you mean you say when we're watching it? Yeah. It's like they're coaching each other. Yeah. One guy's doing this. You go there.
You're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to...
Yeah.
Ruben said you should be on the left.
You know what I'm saying? So
Ruben said you should be here.
It's like they're learning on the spot. So that's going to come with inconsistency in the league. So whereas in the cup, 2 games you can win and go through.
To make it easier, do you finish in the top 6 or do you finish in that 6th to 8th window? If you had to pick one here, no one's holding you to
I
it.
would say 6th to 8th.
6th to 8th. Okay,
I would say 6th to 8th.
Cool. All right.
I mean, Chelsea are flying. Spurs are gonna. Spurs, even whether Spurs are. One thing that's funny about Spurs is no matter what, like for the last 10 something years, Spurs haven't had no bottom half finishes or anything. They're always just like
floating about
there somewhere. So Spurs will be there. Villa haven't won in their last 6
games.
So Champions League still to come. So maybe we can catch up on a Villa. Who else is there?
I think
Fulham are flying about.
Chelsea,
I'm gonna Arsenal, Liverpool, and City. Obviously,
but I'm saying that is the top 4 locked off.
Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying?
Week by week, I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm like,
I wouldn't say Chelsea have
closing the door on the top
off.
4, bruv. Because Arsenal, I think, will get back there. I think Chelsea, week by week, I'm like, when is the fall off happening, bro? Lads, come on, man. Enzo, give us a chance. But I don't know. So Europa League, it might be that for.
That's what I think the best opportunity. Yeah, I'd say so.
We've got to speak about Arsenal, of course. 3-0 win. Captain O back. Seems like the feeling's been restored. And I mean...
Okay, we got 1K. Let's try to get 2K. Let's try to get 2K. Come on, man.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
With Arsenal,
yeah,
there's been a lot of conversations online this week. One of the things that really stood out to me was this conversation around Odegaard. Now, I looked at that performance and I saw the value of having your captain back, a top player, someone that raises the level of the team. It feels like there's people in different schools of thoughts, but something I saw that was really interesting is this conversation about Odegaard and Ozil, and I didn't know where it stemmed from or whatnot.
It was by the big man Stricto in his hot dog suit. Yeah,
I saw he's had that same fit since Wenger out. But
bro, that's uniform
it's
now.
International break, bro. You know international break.
No, it was after the game.
Yeah,
it was after this game. He said Odegaard's better than Ozil.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't watch the video, so I don't know if he means a better player.
Yeah.
Ozil for me is 1000% the better football. Is the better player. For me, but I'm not too mad at him saying that in terms of their contributions
and performances, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Odegaard has been very good at Arsenal. So when I'm looking at it, people were completely outraged. But again, I did not watch the video.
Apparently, it came from the Big Six. I hold tight the Big Six, friends and family. But the one thing I took from the performance, right, is I like players like Odegaard. I like when your creative player is a reliable player that does more than just being creative. It's not a luxury to be creative. I feel like at that level, being creative is just something you should be. You should be able to do everything else to a high level as well. He's someone that gets up and down the pitch. He's someone that demands a level to be shown from other players. And you see it. When he's at that thing, Saka's at the races doing what he wants to do. All players around are raising up. And I respect that. And that's why as well, sometimes when we look at football, it's a bit hard because these are professionals and you should perform anyway. But in moments when I'm watching people like Odegaard, I can see what difference is when your leader is not on the pitch. I can see that it actually does something to you. I can see that, okay, you know what? Maybe you guys are not at the races because this one guy who manages to get everything out of you is there. So you know what? Fair play to him, because if you look at his career journey as well, we often speak about it. But being this wonder kid and it's not working out at Madrid and you're having to go to these Sociedades and everything to become the players become today and how important it is, I've got to respect that. But I mean, Arsenal needed the win. Get the motion going again. Comprehensive. Forest are tricky customers as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like Forest have been performing above expectation early doors. It was kind of one of them games that it could be a banana peel type situation, but you got Odegaard back, ticking, moving things the way he's doing, and he has a similar impact as like Rodri for City, if you like, where it's like without this, the midfield doesn't tick. And Saka, the form he's in at the moment, that goal as well. I can't lie to you, absolute filth. Absolute.
I was saying
filth,
this.
I can't
It
lie.
reminds me of
No, do you know what it was? It was the
was a
no
flash.
backlift. How the hell did you get that much power?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
bro, this brayer's got a foot made of lead.
Do you remember when Yaya Toure used to do
Ever,
those
man.
ones?
Bro,
Yaya
when
Toure used to
you
do
eat
those,
Ever,
no
yeah,
backlift.
yeah.
But I described it as,
Gustodo.
you know, Gustodo. You know when you're watching training videos and you see those shots go in, it looked
Yeah.
like one of those where in training people are just comfortable popping it, but you don't often see those finishes in games.
And I think
Great
the
finish.
thing with Saka's always been when he cuts inside like that, people always want him to develop the Iron Robin curler. I'm like, bro, the leather he puts in some of them shots, fairs man, just slam it.
Word
It's
to
calm, man.
Golo, in that position you just have to smash it.
Smash it.
You just have
Hey,
to smash
nah,
it.
bruv.
Do you want to talk about the last goal as well?
man, bro.
Because I feel like this is your.
Ethan.
He pops out like Thanos every
Yep.
time Waneri
Yep.
does something good. Like,
Yep.
I told you lot.
Yep.
Y'all didn't want to
I
believe me.
reiterate, better than 99% of the team, bro. When I said it, people were trying to say, "Oh, calm down, yeah, man." You got, bro. Somebody was telling me Saliba's better than him technically. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, bro. Do you know what I mean? No, Waneri, bro. People are just holding spots. That's all I'm saying. People are just holding spots for him because he's good. When he finally grabs that spot, when Arteta finally trusts him, it's lockdown, bro. It's over. The guy's
Obviously
too
impressed
good.
than when he
I wanna
too
ask-
started.
talented.
I want to ask you both a
Can't
question.
stop talents like that.
I agree with you, and I think ultimately this has been a player that's been ready to perform at this level. We've seen the Carabao Cup performances, scoring in consecutive games.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask you guys is, do you see because the question has been, why has Arteta not utilised him more? Do you see a similar situation to, not to compare the two in any way, shape or form, but how we spoke about Pep Foden, how you're sort of easy.
I get it. That is-
Do you
that
think
is
it's
it.
that, or do you think it's just the reluctance not to use
I
it?
think
Because
it probably is that.
he looks ready.
Yeah, I probably would say it might be that. You know what I mean? Everyone's talking about how much Saka got used and stuff. So maybe he's doing that. But again,
Do you know what it is?
at the same time, sorry, bro. At the same time, it was a pressure moment of Arsenal's season. So I think there's two sides. I think there is that, but there is that reluctance to put him in there. He might drown. I don't think he would, by the way. He's going to say he does, and all of a sudden, confidence is gone, and everyone's saying, why did you pay this guy?
Yeah.
So you're paying your experienced signing, Moreno. You're trying to make it work. But what I'm saying is, there even might be a time later in this season where it's going to be hard to not play him, bro. It's
And that's the
some
thing,
people,
I
you
think-
got to kick the door down.
Yeah, I think the situation was different. When Saka and them lot were playing, bro,
They had
look
to.
at the squad.
They had to.
They needed some type of freshness, something to kind of break the mold, if you like.
Yeah.
Now they're actually a good competitive team. And I think, as you said, with Marino coming in, it's almost like you hadn't seen him at all for 2 months. He actually probably wants to get something out of him before he kind of puts all this pressure on this young... It's still 16?
17.
17?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
there's no point. And it's even made worse for him, I guess, when you see Yamal do what he's doing, Mikey Moore the other week breaking through, doing what... you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, all these...
Hey, cut the
all these
camera.
other youngs-
No, I don't
Hey,
like
listen,
it, no,
today is Tottenham Day! I will not take any slander!
No, do you know
Shut
what?
up, lad.
I like Mikey
I
Moore.
rock with Mikey Moore.
Yeah,
so
it's the way he slipped
Yeah,
in
it's the
the
way
thing.
he
No, I
he
did
said
that
Jamal,
Yeah.
then Mikey Moore. That
yeah.
is
He
that
could have gone
is-
to anywhere else, but that's
that
what
is insane.
My bad, my
What,
bad,
what I
my
want
bad,
to
my
big
bad.
up about Ethan as well, I think he's like the 8th or 9th youngest player to score in the Premier League. He's only the second
the youngest
17-year-old.
player to play in the Premier League. He made his debut
he's
at
got a record.
15.
To
I
get
swear.
the goal.
Remember,
he
he
broke,
made-
he broke the record. He,
He's
he,
the
broke,
youngest,
he
yeah.
broke the
The
record, but
youngest
he's in terms of scoring
Yeah,
the
yeah,
goal,
no, I'm
he's
saying
like
youngest
8th or
player.
9th, and he's the second 17-year-old to score since, you know who?
Don't tell me.
Go on.
Oh, you just about to say it. What, Saka?
No.
Oh, you
Cesc
said
Fabregas.
Sa- Oh,
Cesc
what?
Fabregas.
For Arsenal?
For Arsenal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cesc Fab- yeah.
Bad,
So-
he's a bad boy, bro.
He's following in good steps, man. And
But do you know what? This is a good way for him to get. But you know what? If Arsenal are winning, it's good. Come off the bench. Oh, yo, let me eat. Boom. That's what I thought Endrick would be doing for Madrid. He did it for a little sec, but then I think when he started shooting from 30 yards every second,
They said, relax.
All right, brother. It's time to
it's
sit on
like
the bench.
Hugo.
Yeah.
We'll send you to Southampton.
Yeah,
on loan.
yeah. If Arsenal are winning, it's going to look great. You know, no one's going to be demanding him to play, blah, blah, blah. He can come on, make some impact, score his goal. All of a sudden, end of the season, he has 10 goals in his first season. You're like, wow. Yeah, I mean, Mason Greenwood was kind of like that in his first season with us. Bagging off the bench, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But then...
I think, yeah.
So, yeah, bruv, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy.
With him, though, I feel like with Waneri, there isn't going to be that much pressure on him. I feel like the pressure that was on him to be selected the past couple of weeks was obviously because Odegaard was missing, the creativity in the midfield was a little bit lacking. So I don't think for the rest of the season there's going to be, as long as Odegaard is there anyway, I don't think there's going to be that demand to kind of start him week in, week out.
I think what will be interesting to round this up is, depending on how Arsenal's season goes, if Jesus is still not scoring goals, and then the Trossard thing is still looking a bit stale, and then Martinelli can't get into frequent goal scoring, you then are starting looking, okay, outside of Odegaard and Saka, and we probably need a bit more magic. And that's when the fans' anticipation for him will be higher, and then Arteta has to make decisions. But they'll cross that bridge when they get there. You needed the win, back on the roller coaster, you keep going. Should we round off with Chelsea?
No, you guys do Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Oh,
yeah. Another win. Enzo Maresca. We're moving.
Keep the blue flag flying high, mate.
I want to shout at Nico Jackson. I want to shout at Nico Jackson. I think outside of Haaland, since the beginning of last season, what striker scored more goals? Don't think anyone else has.
Is that?
His non-penalty goals or something like that. But his return rate is great. But it's just the maturity of the season. I think I said it a few weeks ago that players really benefit when a manager says, you are my player. And it was bold for Maresca to come in and say, listen, Nkunku's nice, but Nico Jackson's my striker. You're seeing it with the finishing, the touches. He's a player that's believing in his ability. And it's great to see, man. The touch to get away from the defender, outside the foot finish. I was like,
why do your fan base hate Noni? I've been watching Chelsea, and I've been thinking he's kind of looking threatening. Okay, he hasn't scored or done mad bits since the hat trick or whatever, but
do you know why?
I think he'd be doing decent.
All the players that they fancy, the Pedro Netos, the João Felixes, the Jadon Sanchos, he's blocking them from playing essentially. So it's like, give one of the guys we fancy a chance, not this guy who's doing the same thing where he does a shimmy, goes down the byline, and every once in a while it might run off the pitch and they're like, get him off, man. I think, as you said, he's a direct threat, in my opinion.
When I watch, I feel like he's not doing that.
Should he be starting week in, week out? There might be some games where I think maybe you do change it up a little bit, but all in all, I think he gives you what he...
So who started on the left?
We had Felix.
And Neto was on the bench.
Neto was on the bench.
Okay.
Bench.
You got options, man. When's Stingy getting involved?
Who?
Sanch.
He's coming back from injury and illness, isn't it?
Oh, it's calm.
Yeah, he's coming back from injury and illness.
You are a sick man.
You're
a piece of work, you know.
I'm asking, bro.
You're a nasty piece of work.
Don't worry, man. Just wait on it.
I need that obligation activated, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We send you a funds. No, but in general, I think with the Nani thing, it's partly what you're saying, but it's also that I don't think a lot of people like when players are confident and just have this aura of like, you know, it's like you can only be confident if we're seeing stats that back what you're doing. Because he walks around, headband man, dribbling, socials after every game, they don't like it. But at the end of the day, if you look at the way he's playing, is he someone that causes defenders problems? Yes. Is he potent? Yes. Would we like more goal contributions? Of course. But I think that will come.
He was out. He was not on the bench. Unless it was on the bench,
But I think it will come. And also as well, what I don't like is when people don't take things into context. Neto's great. But if we're talking about goal contribution, have people seen his record at Wolves in terms of goal contribution? Literally. He's not a guaranteed bucket, as people will say. So let's taper expectations here.
He had that first team run at PSV or whatever, but since he's come to Chelsea, I don't feel like he's really had that run except for this season. Last season there was a small spell.
He had to fight for his life to get from Poch.
Exactly, and I feel like there's almost no development opportunity given. It's the same thing with, like we said with, was it Palmer 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Where, okay, now there's the questions of big games, you're not turning up or whatever, but that's fine because guess what? Last year was a surprise year. There's going to be moments where you dip and you adapt, but if it still carries on as a trend, then we can.
Do you know what the truth is on Noni? If Noni is someone that Enzo Maresca is looking like to be a key player, the only thing that we need now, based on where Chelsea are right now, being third in the Premier League and being way ahead of where we thought we were, is there's going to become a moment where you have to rise to the occasion because we can't just rely on Cole Palmer. And Nico Jackson's scoring goals, but we need more.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer's not scored for 3 games now, and you kind of stopped him from scoring in this game. So eventually, we're going to need you to come back to the party. The hat-trick you introduced us to a feeling. Let's get more of that. But in general, I think the performance was great. I want to shout out Badia Shield as well. He's someone when he came in, looked amazing, fell off a bit, looked great. Wesley Fofana as well. With the wobbly knees, he looked good at right back, man. He did his job.
I saw someone tweet out his knees look like they're fused, but he's still as quick. I think it might have been.
Scripter, probably Scripter.
No, I think it might have been Reams.
Reams.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. He said something like that, and I was like, bro,
8'8"
pace,
no knees,
but with no knees. And I was like, bro, yeah, he looks funny when he's got the Varane thing, but where it's like your knees look like not knees, but he's rapid.
What I'm encouraged by is, despite having the issue with his knees, there's still a player there. The issue is Maresca came out and said he can probably only play 1 game a week for the rest of his career.
Rest of his career.
That's what ends up.
Bro, that's fine. That's fine. Do the Ledley King. If you can get anything back to that Leicester level, we will take that.
But there is something I want to address. You mentioned Ledley King. I've got to speak about Reece James.
Hey, brother, it's time to relinquish that armband, bro. With all due respect, respectfully.
So where I want to start is
Gary Neville relinquished his when he was injury prone.
Yeah,
he actually did.
That's true. That is true.
What
gave
I want
to Rio Vidic.
He gave it to Vidic. Yeah.
What I want to start off with is that, like, it's very unfortunate when you see injuries have such an impact on people's careers, right? And we're getting to the stage now. You mentioned Ledley King. The statement he puts out looks like Reece James is going to be off for a long time. And I feel bad for him because he can clearly...
He said Merry Christmas at the end.
Yeah. If you're saying Merry Christmas in November, we're not seeing you.
He said,
peace out, later. We're not seeing
you
him
in
for
2025, bro.
Crossover church.
Bro,
We're not seeing him for a bit. It's getting to the stage now where, and I ask this genuinely, have we seen his peak? Are we actually going to see him get back to the play he was? And if we're not, that's incredibly sad.
I don't think so. I think what you're going to get now from Reece James is he will have the technical ability, but it's going to be like deep crosses. You know them overlaps that he was doing, getting in the box and rassing it top bins.
I don't think
that engine. That. One thing about Reece James is he's got like he's got that Luke Shaw about him where he's like got a lot of
motor.
Not even the motor. He's got mass on his body, right? Bro, a lot of them players that are built like that do get injured a lot, bro. It's just the case. Even Sergio Aguero, I remember him talking about the size of that guy's thighs. It was causing him problems, bro. When you're that big and you're trying to move like an elite athlete, Michael Richards, you're trying to move, bro. Elite level sport requires you to be a very, very good athlete. So I just don't think his body is made for it. Unfortunately, I just don't think so. Even when he's gonna try and go through probably so many different kind of things to like heal himself or go through so many remedies and stuff. But are you ever gonna fully trust your body to the extent of your peak? Now you might find a way where we might say, hey, this is Reece James 2.0, but Reece James that we all loved, where people were saying is Trent, bro, he was a problem, bro. And now I'm looking at him like, and I don't want to sound disrespectful or nothing, but bro, the way it keeps happening, he might have to start, bro. You might start doing your coaching badges or something, bro.
You reckon?
Bro,
I'm
serious, bro. He's 24, but it's looking chronic, fam.
So the reason why, again, because you mentioned the Ledley thing, and that's why it's like he's still
Ledley. When did it start happening?
It was around that age. Around 25.
It was when he came back from the.
I think it was 2005 it was basically. So he was around 25, 26, I want to say. But basically, he should have been entering his peak. Yeah. And his body just was not
And
able
obviously,
to communicate.
when we saw matches, he was still like Rolls Royce. Yeah. Still people giving him his plaudits. And I think Reece James will have that. But the reason why I mention it is because it's the one sad thing at the moment. Like, Chelsea are third in the Premier League. We're way ahead of where we thought we were. We're seeing glimpses of all of the players realistically. We're seeing that we've got depth. We've got a striker that's scoring goals. The only thing that's really sad right now is the captain, the academy products, the player that was like the guy can't be part of it. And that's the only sad thing. Like,
and the thing is that people will think, right, because I saw a comment here saying there's plenty of people want to talk about Felix. You can talk about his performance. But there was... Somebody said there's plenty of athletes bigger than Reece James that don't get consistently injured. But it's the fact that he relies on explosiveness, bro. Yeah. When you're big and you rely on explosiveness... Bro, you can get injured. You can get a lot of injuries that way.
Someone said goalkeeper. Yeah, Sanchez makes me sad still.
Oh, Chelsea will move him on next. And Chelsea will get Sanchez next summer.
Felix's performance was again.
Can he nail down a spot there?
Well, this is the challenge. The challenge in Maresca's team is when you come into the team, can you prove that you can move from B team to A team? Can you move from that Conference League squad to being a starting the main team?
Bro, that Conference League squad are the way they are stat padding.
Globetrotters, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Chelsea
At the end of
Globetrotters.
this season, the Chelsea are going to have like 7 men that scored 20 goals. You're going to have like 7 men on 20 goals. Palmer, Felix, Nkunku. Enzo's going to get 20 assists at this rate. You're going to have just 20, bro.
But the question I ask you is there anything wrong with that?
Hey, have fun, bruv.
This is it. Football's about
No, but I
confidence.
can't lie, bro. If a team like Chelsea ever slip into a place like that, UEFA should ban.
Nah, I agree.
A team like Chelsea should.
You know, like,
what?
if your coefficient points are too high.
Yeah.
Bro, 4 years ago, you were Champions League winners. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here, bro?
They should do
We should be asking you,
Whoever
why
has
was
the
it?
least
Pick up a-
coefficients in
yeah.
Europa League, swap places.
Yeah, bro. Pick on someone your own side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
With the Felix thing, going into our next game, it will be interesting to see whether Noni gets a spell out of the team because the goal contribution not being
Yeah.
there. Does that mean that Neto starts? Does that mean that
He's
Felix
good,
starts? Do we get a change like that? I think the issue with that is, or the benefit is, you still have pace, you still have the sort of, you're getting killed by 2 different weapons.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Somebody
But-
said Reece James is built like Zion Williamson.
No, that's violating. That's violating.
But
That's violating.
I hear him to an extent.
That's violating.
No, but I hear him to an
That's
extent.
right.
Zion is the same thing, bro. An athletic freak who
But his
constantly
body-
keeps getting injured and his body just
body
does
can't-
No,
not.
but Zion's
wanna-
not looking after his body.
No, but but how do you? What you there with Reece
Oh, you
James?
live with Reece James now.
Bro, you don't know what
You're
Reece
gonna
James
tell us
doing. If I go to I'll probably see Fruit Loops and flipping Haribos on the
Leftover
table.
pizza under the bed
You
and
know what
shit.
I'm saying? You never
Come
know,
on, man.
bro.
No, disrespectful.
We might see that,
You're
bro.
disrespectful.
You never
Bro,
really
fam,
know.
Zion's
Teenage
New
Ninja
Orleans,
Turtle.
man. What?
Yeah,
New
eating
Orleans,
them
that's
pretzels,
different.
man. Eating
That's
them
different.
pretzels.
That's different.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what?
I got
The hot baked pretzels.
Bro, he said, what is he even? I got sources telling me that Zion Williamson will eat the whole table.
Say what I
They are putting out search parties to get Zion in their restaurant,
Should we
bro.
ring out some restaurants around Chelsea?
Bro, Big Easy in
Hey!
yo,
Covent Garden!
Big Easy on Kings Road. Do you know this man called Reece James, bro? I just want to know. Nah. All back to say. I hope he gets back.
Real
to
talk.
it, bro.
Random question before we wrap this up. I wanted to ask you guys, who's your, at the moment, at the traditional top 6, who's your favourite player in the Premier League?
My favorite player in the Premier League.
Outside the traditional top 6.
I like that question because I was going to actually say in my champs is that I think there's a lot of players that should be signed, man. There's a lot of players in the Prem right now that are.
If you're
know what
saying
I mean?
favourite,
Yeah.
I'll go Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't
good
lie.
one.
That's a
I
good
love
one.
that guy.
That's a good one.
way-
What about you guys, chat? What about you guys,
Favourite
chat?
right now in this moment? 'Cause I
Mine right now is Liam Delap.
Yep, Liam Delap.
Great shot.
Mine is Liam Delap,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean he's the best of them because
But he's
there's
your
good
favourite.
players. João Pedro, love him.
Yeah.
Cunha is doing very well.
He's gonna be my champ.
Yeah.
Playing well. There's a Wobie's going crazy.
8 Wobie.
Smith Rowe is out here
Wobie.
doing his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now, my eyes are on Liam.
Mine, I'm split between Belieber and Cunha. Because Belieber, that's my profile of midfielder. But Cunha at the moment,
Yeah.
Crazy. Who's yours?
special.
I'll go.
Oh, Bruno,
Yeah, I'll
Bruno.
go Bruno G. Bruno G.
Well,
For me, he plays the game the right way.
Fuad, I always butcher his name. You know the guy that's on loan at Leicester, Bonate?
Buonanotte.
I think he's a good player as well.
Cold,
You
cold.
got like Rogers is Aston Villa.
Morgan
Yeah.
Rogers.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a second one,
Yeah.
it's Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
Nah.
Quality player.
There's some good
So
ones.
saying
Man. I'm telling you,
Semenyo.
bro. There's some players.
There's talent in the league, man.
There's some players that if bro, I always say, yeah, and I've used this example before. If you look at Klopp, if you look at Arteta, obviously Alex Ferguson, a lot of these men started shopping in the Premier League, bro.
And the Championship,
Why? Because why? Because these players don't waste time to get ready. There's no settling. Look at how we're sitting here talking about Xerxes, talking about Højlund. Oh, 6 months more. Bro, these Prem signings come in. Yo, what do we need to do? Come, let's hit the ground running
Yeah.
instantly. No wasting time. I hope Amorim does that because I don't. Who did we sign from? Did we sign one player from the Premier League under Ten Hag?
Who even knows that?
I'm trying to. Chat.
No.
Did
no.
we
think
sign
was
one player from the Premier League?
I think they're all ex-Ajax players as far as I remember.
Johnny Evans doesn't really count.
He was a free agent.
Yeah. Did you sign Ericsson under?
Mount.
Ericsson
Mason.
actually.
Basically, didn't even play.
Ericsson.
Yeah,
Ericsson.
Ericsson.
Ericsson
'cause
from
he's at
Brentford.
Yeah, it'll be Ericsson.
Bro,
Knowledge.
we didn't even sign Prime. Oh, bro. We signed the old Ericsson.
The most criminal one for me
Injury-prone
was-
Mount.
Yeah.
Oh my
The most criminal one for me
And
was
Johnny Evans
not
at
getting
39.
Amadi Onana.
Amadou
Onana
Onana,
was
yeah.
so many problems. It just made no sense why you didn't even go.
That's the thing, man. Them Prem signings get the ground running, man. Look at
Him instead of Ugarte.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what? That's what I'm hoping Amorim does, man. There's players out there that could be signed and they'll instantly hit the ground running at the club. So I think every team could do that. Spurs used to always be that team where, remember when there's a player who you think they need to see
As soon as you're ready to graduate to a big six club, come
go
to us.
Spurs
Yeah.
and then let's
To
see
be
if
fair,
you're
that's
ready.
what we've done with Madders and Solanke.
There we go.
Yeah.
And did Madders waste time?
Nope.
My man came and lit up White Hart Lane,
Solanke
bro.
so far,
Instantly.
13.
So there we go, bruv. So yeah, man, I want Prem signings. I've got a list actually. I always write it. I always update it. I've got.
That's a little black book.
I've got
the Culture Cams YouTube.
Yeah, I've
It'll
got
be
a,
revealed
soon.
I got a long list of
Man,
Prem players
coming
that
in
I'd
in
sign, bro.
the first draft.
don't
Yeah. All right, cool. Before we go to champs and duds, one quick question for both of you is, and the chat as well, following the sacking of Mr. Cooper.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Really?
Ruud van
I don't want
Nistelrooy.
to
Really?
Yo, name.
Let this be the warm-up job.
He was gonna go Coventry.
Let this
fair.
be the
Yeah.
one where we know what you're capable of on a full-time basis. You gave us a little teaser. You showed us what you can win a cup at PSV.
No, do you know who I
Now
want?
do it at Leicester. All he has to do is keep them up.
Chat, let us know what's going on in
Keep
this
them
Roy
up,
Keane
walk
video.
away at the
Everyone's
end
saying
of
there's
the
a Roy
season.
Keane video.
What did Roy Keane do? Please
Let us
don't
know.
tell me Roy Keane's
No. Roy Keane
flamed up
Roy Keane-
Amorim in his first
No. Ipswich fan was trolling him all game, and he's basically pulled up to him after the cameras cut off and said, "You and me, buck me outside."
Real man!
That's
This is
what we
I'm
like.
talking about!
That's what we like.
My eternal captain! Forever my captain!
Yeah, look, I've got the video here.
Real men! I'm gonna post my Roy Keane picture today.
He actually gets in his face. I don't know
let
if
me
you lot
see
can
that,
He gets in his face and he's like, "You and me outside, after the ground.
Yeah.
Come link me in the car park."
Real.
Car park! Link me in the... Hey, I would have been out for Roy, you know.
You kill for
If I was there, I meant to go to this game as well. I'd have been swinging for Roy, you know. What?
Oh man. Alright,
come on,
so
man.
you're saying Ruud van Nistelrooy for the Leicester job.
Van Nistelrooy for the
Who are
Leicester
you saying
job,
for
bro.
Leicester job?
Let him return.
Don't say Ten Hag. Don't say Ten Hag.
Boar. No, I'm joking.
The ball.
David Moyes. Come back, please. Go and lift them, bruv. Go and lift them. Next thing you know, Leicester will be in Europa League, bruv.
You know what?
That's Europa League, bro.
Actually,
David.
one of the most logical appointments they could make.
David
I was
Moyes.
thinking Graham Potter.
Give him Mavdidi and them. Oh, but Thingy's out for the season now. That for 2
For
years.
Tango,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, international
loss.
debut for Ghana not to qualify, bro. Hold that as well, man.
Ghana, those are my duds.
playing some dud game with Ghana, man. Not making no AFCON. He goes injure yourself for the rest of the season, bro.
Boy, they're high.
Ghanaians, man. They put the Wache in the bag, bro.
I say, put this shit in the bag, bro. Put this shit in the bag, man.
Don't finish you, man. Hey, listen, that was all cams. Nothing to do with me.
Put the
Shut
shit in the
up, bro.
bag, man. Man, get better soon though. But yeah, I would say Graham Potter. But cool, right? Let's do champs and duds.
Champs, I'm going to go Tottenham Hotspurs, of course, going to the Etihad.
Good one.
4-0. Can't not put my boys there.
Yeah.
Wonderful performance.
Sweet.
Second one as well, I think Alex Iwobi. We have to, give him his dues, man. What he's doing at Fulham this season.
They lost 4-1, but I heard what you're saying.
No, but he did the same. I'm just looking at him solely.
Yeah.
Marco Silva, don't worry, do your thing. But Iwobi in particular this season, I've been very impressed
I
with.
heard it. Champs, I would have to go Spurs for that performance.
Yeah.
I would also like to give a champ to Valencia. They won their first game back at their stadium after the flooding, which was
Oh, fair play.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a
Big
great
up.
one.
big up to
That's a
that.
great one. That's a great one.
like
Big
that
up to that. And
But no more racismo, no?
Yeah, please,
Yeah,
please.
please.
Thank you.
calm down.
And yeah,
I got a champ. Mine. It's funny. It's actually Basuma, and I'll tell you why it's Basuma, because
I know.
he gave me the funniest moment of the weekend, bro. First 15 seconds of the Etihad, he gets on the ball, worst touch ever, chases Phil Foden down, Foden scissors him, yeah, gets a booking, gets cooked his next 2 possessions, Foden turns him. I'm like, yo, and big boy, you might have to get this guy off the pitch. Next thing you know, flawless.
The
Flawless.
next 80 minutes,
Bro,
perfect. I was like, yo,
man, that
Nah, that
I
was
was
funny.
dying.
What
Bro,
a way to start.
How can you start a match like that,
Kamikaze.
bro? That is funny. And then my dad, you going into that?
Yes, the duds. You can start us off.
My dad, I don't like Rodri's comment about Vinny. I'm not going to go too into it, but I don't like how he said, Vinny needs to remember that it's not only on the pitch, it's off the pitch behaviour too. What's wrong with Vinny's off the pitch behaviour? Vinny just last year won the humanitarian award at the same award ceremony.
Yeah.
The guys be fighting racism, the guy be doing all that. And what do you mean is off the pitch? You know, them undertones, I ain't vibing with that, man. I'm glad his dead ceremony got I'm just glad Spurs just pissed all over that as well, man. You know what I mean? I don't like that, but we move.
My dud has to be McCarthy. Like, I've come in here and I've said that Southampton are duds for this playing at the back stuff and whatnot, but I can't keep addressing that. We know that they're eternal duds. What he was doing today was very, very funny.
Who's that?
McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
That was very funny stuff.
Yeah,
That's very dudderish stuff.
Yeah.
That might have been just below the performance of the Leicester goalkeeper.
And Liverpool as well, actually. First team to get 10 wins in the Premier League. Little milestone.
Oh, fair.
Bro,
Yeah. They beat Gus Hiddink's thing, innit?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
But, bro,
consider-
Liverpool are currently 3 points off the pace they were when they should have done
1920.
1920, they won 27 of their first 28 games. Which
That's-
still to this day,
How?
anyway, that doesn't get spoken about enough. But if it wasn't for COVID, as I always say, they would have got over 100 points, in my opinion. But that is crazy.
Yeah.
To be on pace
Yeah.
with the best Liverpool team we've seen in the modern era, onslaught, brother, take a bow.
Can I quickly just say, because I know there's a few people saying that you didn't really speak in Liverpool. My one line in Liverpool is this: Arsenal fans, when you're looking in the rear mirror, don't look at the blue machine. You that's it. You're squabbling up with the men, the Scouse men now. Like, you have to accept this now. Don't be so hyper focused on City. The danger's in front of you. Like, come on, like, let's not be naive anymore. These guys are not going to fade away lightly. Liverpool are on serious business, and next week at WrestleMania, when they go to City, or when City go to the Anfield,
Yeah. That's the one.
man,
Do you know who's my dad?
go on.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
What?
For that nonsense gas
What,
midweek
Mr. Beast?
about I'm about to break the internet, and then bloody pulls up Mr.
How many
Beast
views has he got on that?
doing the worst chemistry duo I've ever seen in history.
Ronaldo just
I was like, yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And what you should do is put your thumbnails and make them more brighter.
Hey.
Shut up, man.
Lil Gems though.
Lil
the goat
Lil
of
Gems for
YouTube is
little,
giving
for
us
little
gems.
dudes like us.
Yeah.
Big
Ronaldo's
Cristiano, allow it, man.
But Ronaldo's editors.
Ronaldo's
Ronaldo's
no.
editors.
You know what? I take it back. Whoever is running Cristiano's YouTube page
40 million.
or helping him run his socials, you are the dud of the week. One, for getting Mr. Beast as a guest. Two, the way the content that's coming out on that channel. I'm like, bro, you are Cristiano Ronaldo.
Some 1 minute
you have
videos.
access to the world.
Yeah.
And like the world is your oyster.
I
You could
tell
get anybody.
Jorginho finds out who my next guest is, and it's like some 1 minute video in black and white where they look like they're doing Great Gatsby or something. I'm like,
doing 2015 memes of
Yeah,
the sunglasses.
no.
I'm like, come on,
cringing
man.
hell, mate.
Cringe.
It's trending at number 39,
Yeah, I mean-
so they didn't really break the internet. But
Break-
And to be
internet
fair, when it
hype.
landed, it was number one, trending number one. It was 7 million in the
Now, if
first
that
day.
was Speed, and I'm not even like a Speed fan,
Yeah.
but that one made more sense to me.
Yeah.
listen,
I'm like, and when you say break the internet, bro, everybody thought Messi.
Thing
I'll
is,
be
bro,
real,
the
I
only
thought
person
Messi.
breaking the internet right now is Kai Cenat, bro.
boy, big
It's
up.
realistic,
Big
bro.
up.
You know, I mean, he's the only person.
Boy.
Go and get Kai, bro.
Boy. Quick, last two super chats I missed. Femi says these man barely mentioned Liverpool. Stop the hate. We don't hate. We give Liverpool praise all the time.
Hey, the Red Army keeps trucking on, innit?
Listen, man,
No, you don't
what
wear
more do
the
you
Red
expect?
Army. I don't know. What do they call themselves? Just the Reds?
No, they're the real red army.
No, we're the Red Army.
They're the real red
No,
army.
Cop Army.
What do they
Cop
call
Yeah?
them?
Cop Army.
Cop
Cop
Army.
Arms.
What do they call themselves?
The Copites.
The Reds. They just call themselves the Reds.
Yeah, they do.
The Reds, yeah.
Andy says, is Cunha the closest player to Firmino?
Is who?
Is Cunha the closest player to Firmino?
Oh,
Some
he's a champ
similarities
as
there.
well. He's another champ.
Cunha.
He's got a bit
Cunha.
more
That's
like
my dog.
think,
power
yeah.
to him.
7 goal contributions last 4 games.
What did they win? They were the ones that beat Fulham 4-1 as well.
Gary Neal, I'll
Quality
give
of
Gary
the
Neal
goal.
a champ. But yeah, listen.
Quality
Good
of that
recovery.
goal.
Yeah.
Second one.
Listen, man, we'll be back next week. As mentioned, next week is a blockbuster. We have the team at the top of the table versus the champions. We could see a changing of guard. We could see a bloodbath. We could see something marvellous. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're following the personals as well. Is there Champions League this week? Or am I making it up?
Yes.
There is Champions League.
Dos
Locos will
follow
be
the channel.
back.
Go follow the YouTube.
Go on, follow the
my
YouTube.
Go follow Fuad's YouTube.
Liverpool, Madrid, there's big games happening. Follow the personals. We've always got stuff
Yes.
coming. Like, share,
Locos.
subscribe, and listen. This platform is the culture movement. If there's things you want us to discuss, you know where to find us. Send a DM. Send a DM. Send a message. We'll be back soon.
A red storm's coming.
Peace.